You're watching The Blitz on Pro News 7. Hard-hitting highlights from across the high plains with Lee Baker. Here comes The Blitz on Pro News 7.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 12th week of the high school football season and the opening week of the high school football playoffs. Schools in Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico are in action. Some small schools in Land of Enchantment already playing for or close to championship games. Here in Texas, the long race to decide titles underway. We're going to start in the 5A ranks, where two city schools went south to meet a pair of El Paso schools who went east. The meeting point was Midland. All right, that'd be Tascosa taking on the Montwood Rams. There's the Ram. There's some Tascosa fans at Grande Stadium in Midland. Rams on the offense. Angel Garcia, the shovel pass to Ruben Solis. Makes a few Rebels miss. He's in the end zone with the first points, 7-0 Rams. The Rebels can't get much going, so the Rams get the ball back. Garcia airs it out to Chris Kanger. Finally gets wrestled down. Rams can't get it in the end zone, so they kick a field goal. They led 10-0. Tascosa finally gets something going in the second quarter. It's a third down play. Quarterback Thomas McElroy downfield to Lamar Britton, and this is a big first down for the Reds. And then the next play, you got to think momentum is on the Rebels side, because the throw, fake, little handoff to Britton. He's quick. He's into the end zone, but it's not a touchdown because there was a flag on the play, and they have to bring it back. That's not very good. Tascosa not real happy. And then McElreath is going to throw and get picked by Eddie Rueda. The final score tonight, unfortunately, today, let's go to the scoreboard. And it's Tascosa season ends. They lose 33-28. Amarillo High right now beating El Paso Americas 28-14. Next page of the scoreboard. Caprock scored in its opening possession against number 2 Denton Ryan. And lost by the score of 43-21. And Randall beat Little Elm 35-21. All right, let's go to the first of a pair of 3A games in the metro area. That's the Dalhart mascot fired up. Opening series, Shallow Water. We move right down the field. Brandon Hall connects to Cameron Knight to inside the 30. Then it takes 3 cracks on the 1 yard line. Finally a scrum. And Shallow Water scores 7-0 Mustangs. Ensuing kickoff, it's not good if you're from Dalhart. Clank right off the receiver's face mask. Shallow Water gets the ball. But some good news for Dalhart fans. On a 4th and 4 at the 16, the Wolves will play some defense, bat down the ball, and they take possession. They don't do much with it. Everybody punts for a while. We go to the second quarter. Shallow Water with another big play. This is going to be Jarek Black. And before it's over, Jarek is juking and jiving 52 yards all the way down to the Dalhart 10-yard line. The very next play, they got some rhythmic names. This is Coley King, all with K's, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown, 14-0 lead. Good news, though, for Dalhart. Next series, Noah Schneiderjohn hooks up with Devontae Burks, and it's bye-bye into the end zone for a touchdown. Unfortunately, it isn't going to be enough tonight. Shallow Water is going to win by the final of 40-7. So the Wolves season ends, unfortunately. All right, that's going to take care of quarter number 1 of tonight's football fun. Coming up, a look at the other 3A schools at action, plus 2A play to the south on I-27. That is next. Keep it here. You're watching The Blitz. Welcome back to the Blitz. The Borger Bulldogs battled to the end of the regular season, found another playoff berth in the offing. The Dogs traveled south to Cajun to meet up with the Lubbock Cooper. Coming off a title, the Dogs hoping to keep momentum against the Pirates. Let's go to the action and find out what happened. That's a nasty looking entry into the field. First quarter, Borger turnover. Pirates take advantage. Quarterback Nolan Savage, great name, keeps it to himself, winds his way 29 yards. Touchdown. 7-0 Pirates. I like that. The Bulldogs coming back. It's Terrence Brown. He takes the sweep, bounces outside, carries tacklers all the way to midfield. Yikes. Later in the drive, it's a 4th and goal for Borger. Brown, another sweep, follows his blockers into the end zone, all tied up. And here's something you don't see very often. Second quarter, Cooper, well, we're going to see this, back in the end zone. Savage, the quarterback, sneaks in from a yard out to make it 13-7 Pirates. But then, on the extra point, it's blocked. Dylan Huffine picks it up. He goes the other way. That's worth 2 points to make it a 13-9 game. Unfortunately, as he struggles to the end zone, we go to the scoreboard. That's the only points Borger scored tonight. They're trailing 27-9. That is now in the fourth quarter. All right, let's go south, I-27, Plainview in 2A play. That'd be Spearman and Coahoma, Greg Sherwood Stadium. First possession for the Lynx. Alfredo Rosendo takes the handoff, takes off. He's met by a pack of dogs. Later on, Coahoma trying to pick up some yardage. Aaron Acevedo with a good run here, putting the Bulldogs closer to the end zone. The very next play, a low snap, it's a fumble, and it's recovered by Spearman. And the head coach, as we unpile, is not a happy camper. Later on, Alfredo Rosendo takes the handoff, but he can't find much. Let's go to the scoreboard. Good win, though, tonight. Spearman comes from behind. The Lynx advance. They beat Coahoma by the score of 23-20. All right, that's already half of our highlights in the books for this Friday. Again, this is our final Blitz of the season, but we will continue to follow teams throughout the playoffs. Coming up, Class 1A play in six-man football. You're watching the Blitz. Hello, welcome back to the midway point of tonight's football fun. As always, you can find tonight's scores on our website at connectamarillo.com/blitz. Plus highlights from tonight, as always, will be posted. Scores across the bottom of your screen through midnight. Now back to the action. 1A play, Canadian Clarendon playing. The Wildcats struggled early with injuries, but now have most of those players back. The Broncos living without all-world Johnny Gaines, who graduated, but they did make the postseason this year. So let's check out some highlights. Look at that, looks like a Harvester Field, if I'm not mistaken, in good old Peeville, Pampa. We go to Pampa. Broncos looking to trample the Wildcats. First quarter, Cats already up with the score in Bronco territory. Braden Hudson to Taylor Schaefer. First down. Next play, Hudson. Rolling out again to Braden Hudson. And that's a family hookup for another first down. Next play, it's that quarterback, Hudson. I used to own one of those when I was a kid. That takes the snap, guts up the gut 30 yards. It's a touchdown, Wildcats, 14-0 after the extra point. Oh, on the ensuing kickoff, Clarendon showing they have some fight. It's going to be Tyler Smith, the catch. And then he swings free before he can go all the way. It's Hudson, the kicker, who saves the touchdown. I'm telling you, I got nothing but Hudson in these highlights. First play from scrimmage, Hudson, go figure. A safety as well says, you can't be like me. He stuffs the run hard. Ouch. And Canadian then piles it on. Chris Marquez scores, makes it 21-0 final tonight. Let's see what we have. 48-20, Canadian does advance. Right now, WT High and Quanah are in a close one in the third quarter. The next page, Bovina looks like they're going to advance over Seagraves, and Farwell has already defeated Smyer. More action this time in the six-man ranks. We're going to go to Groom. We thought we were going to McLean, but they moved the game. We finally figured out where they were playing it. The Tigers and their fans praying for a win in this matchup against the Pirates from LaFleur's opening drive. Kyler Barkley pitches to Taylor Fields, who shows shades of Johnny Unitas and slings it on the run to Brady Painter. That took a lot to say. Whew. First down. Later in the drive, Fields takes the toss around the left side, punches it in, and Groom has the 6-0 lead. On the kickoff, Colton Helfer catches it, and it's a run, Forrest, run. He goes the distance for an alleged touchdown, as we like to say. But you know what? There was a flag on the play, and he's still running, but it ain't going to count. We got to come back and do that over again. Seth Scully scrambles around looking for a receiver, thinks he's finding one, but he finds Painter, and he's on the wrong team. Let's go to the scoreboard and see what we have. Six-man tonight. It's Groom in the fourth quarter beating LaFleur's, and Follett right now with a 9-point lead over Kroll. They're in the third quarter. All right, still more highlights to come. We're going to take a trip outside the state of Texas for playoff football. Then we return for a preview of what's a busy Saturday of high school postseason pigskin play. Say that twice. That's next on the Blitz. Welcome back. It's quarter number 4 of the Blitz, a trio of playoff games in both Oklahoma and Texas. It's the 11th Friday of the 11th month. We're going to head out west to see the Clovis Wildcats, who managed to start the playoffs. Now, of course, the Cats taking on one of the few Albuquerque teams that didn't even play during the regular season, Sandia, because they played all the rest of them. I talked to Coach Roanhouse earlier this week about that, and he was a bit surprised. First quarter, Sandia with a football. Craig Kaufman tossed to Daniel Cones, but he's swallowed by a hungry Clovis defense. All right, next play, Kaufman drops back looking for Aaron Smith, but he throws over him. Sandia, then Cones again. This time the Wildcats continue their defensive prowl. Clovis takes over. It's Jonathan Johnson on the wide receiver sweep around the left side. But the Matadors say, hey, we can play some defense too. Wow. Then Clovis's quarterback, Trey Orozco, takes the one-step drop and fires a 10-yard out to Johnson for a nice pickup, first down. Could somebody score while we go to the game? Oh, here we go. That would be good. Johnson sets up the toss. And goodbye, like Usain Bolt. He outruns everybody. Wow, he's fast. Touchdown Clovis. Let's go to the scoreboard. Right now, Clovis hanging on 6-0 in the third quarter. Tucumcari losing to Eunice tonight in a playoff game. And Tatum, defending state champs, and Melrose in a battle in the third quarter. Up in Oklahoma, Hooker is going to lose to Minko unless something really good happens. Texhoma is winning the third quarter over O'Keene. And Temple has eliminated Balco. All right, lots of football still to come. Now, there are 8 games on tomorrow's schedule, 5 in Texas, 3 in New Mexico. The Canyon Eagles got help from rival Randall, made the postseason. Eagles set to take on Lake Dallas.
The kids knew what they had to do. They take it 1 week at a time, and then all of a sudden you look up in the last week of the season, we're playing for a spot, and they came through, and we're going to enjoy this time and see if we can't make a little run here.
Now you're in. Now you got to do something with it. You got Lake Dallas just kind of break this down for us. You've probably seen film by now. Just how are they?
You know, Lake Dallas is an awfully talented team. They run the spread and run the 3-4 on defense. Got a lot of good receivers, a really talented quarterback that can run and pass. Going to be a big challenge, but what we're going to have to do is play with great effort and go out and play Canyon Eagle football. And I know great things are going to happen.
Yeah, Canyon Eagle football. Canyon Lake Dallas tomorrow, Wichita Falls. On the next page, we have Perryton Estacado tomorrow at Dick Bivens Stadium. On the next page, we have Childress, Colorado City. And we also have Fritch and Forsan. And we also have Lake Arthur and Clovis Christian. That is a state championship game at Clovis Christian tomorrow. Laguna Acoma plays Texaco in a semifinal tomorrow. And finally, it's Portales up at Robertson. That's an afternoon game, and that's in the 3A ranks. That's going to do it for tonight's highlights and scores. Still to come and look at tomorrow's football. Plus, it's that time when all the sports start crossing over, so we'll talk some volleyball, some hockey, and some basketball. That's all next on the Blitz. All right, I got to do something here. Go in there and tell them to print one of my last script called Sprots BL for me, okay? TV talk, sorry. Tonight's final Blitz tomorrow. Texas A&M caps off a somewhat disappointing season. The Buffs are 6-3. All 3 defeats coming to ranked teams, including the current number 2 and 3 teams in Division II. Tomorrow will be Parents' Day and a final for a host of seniors.
It's going to be fun for these guys to play their last game at Kimbrough. Hopefully we'll have a good crowd on Parents' Day. And, you know, Commerce is very explosive. They got a lot of athletes out there from East Texas and Florida and all over the country. Guy Morris, a real class act at coach, as a coach. So I'm looking forward to coaching against him for the first time in my career. This is a great bunch of guys and a great bunch of leaders. They've held this program together and really overcome a lot of adversity. You know, I'm just appreciative and admirative of these guys and their leadership and commitment to the program.
All right, taking a look at the games. That's a 2 o'clock kickoff. East New Mexico will be hosting Kingsville tomorrow. Next page, OPSU plays at Bacone. All right, we got doubleheader here on Channel 7, Big 12 Tech and OSU early in the morning, K-State A&M in the afternoon. Also, Texas is in Missouri, Baylor at Kansas. And on Sunday, we got the big game tomorrow night, Oregon-Stanford. That'll be on the midnight. And on Sunday, we got Buffalo and Dallas, Houston at Tampa Bay. All right, let's talk some LSC volleyball action. Big crowd here tonight to watch WT take on Tarleton. LSC semis early on. Tarleton going for the kill, but there's Aaron Doherty and Lacey Hayes for the point with the block. Later, Lady Buffs keep it alive. It allows Hayes to set up Doherty. Tex Ann's can't handle it. They're going for WT. By now, WT leading Hayes. Another setup to Erica Dupree. She says off the vertical. It's over. Another point. Wipeout. Let's go to the scores. WT wins in 3. They'll play Angelo tomorrow. In the other bracket, high school scores, Randall wins. They'll meet Dumas, who beat Byron Nelson. And also in Bushland in 2A ranks wins. And they will play Nocona tomorrow for the right to go to the state tournament. So congratulations to all of the high school players. All right, we're going to wrap this up. I got a lot to talk about. Final items. The Bulls won at Topeka 5-3. WT men's basketball team won its season opener 52-47 over Northeastern State. How am I doing on time, Matt? The Eastern New Mexico Greyhounds lost to Pittsburgh State 77-71. Girls high school hoops, Amarillo High won 2 games at the friendship tournament. Canyon beat Panhandle, and the Caprock girls defeated Florida. You're not giving me any time. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Thank you. All right, really good news here. Washington Nationals catcher Wilson Ramos, kidnapped earlier in the week at his home in Venezuela, has been rescued. And finally, obviously, a tip of the cap to all the veterans as 11-11-11 winds down. That will do it for tonight's Final Blitz. Again, thanks to everyone behind the scenes for making it another successful run. Not just my good-looking face makes this show go. We'll follow all the teams, again, as long as they are in the running for the championship. Again, thanks for watching. As always, have yourself a great sports weekend.
Thanks for tuning in to The Blitz on Pro News 7. Brought to you by these sponsors. Head to connectamarillo.com for highlights, extended coverage, and scores. And watch for updates on Pro News 7 through midnight tonight.